Good morning. Welcome everybody. Hopefully I'm not too loud. It's me again, alone. And it's Friday. What else? What are we how does the show intro? It's Friday. Good morning. I have a hat on because we hit the ridiculous outfits milestone 2 nights ago. We were streaming a bunch of community games. And we raised so much money in one night. Somebody donated $1,000, which is insane. And so yeah, we hit every single one of our goals. So we have new goals now. And we only have, I think Jingle Jam ends in like 3 days, which is crazy. I always thought it was, at least back when I used to watch, I think it was the entire like month long. 1,000 pounds, right? Not $1,000, pounds. So there's it's way more dollars. And yeah, it was crazy. It was a great night. we did, for anybody who missed it, it's on the main Door Monster channel. Actually, it should be public. I haven't checked. I completely crashed out after that stream for some reason, and just had to recover for an entire day. Allison is still recovering. She's actually on her period, and women don't make women get out of bed when they're on their period, so she's staying in bed for now. She might join us later. I don't know for sure. But she really wants to see the videos that Backdoor has prepared some stuff for us to see as a surprise. And I did see that come through. Thank you, Backdoor. I will be sure to read off what you wrote when that happens. So for now, it's me, and Ash is also here and being very talkative. Yeah, you can come join. Come on. She might make an appearance. Allison might end up in the chat soon. She might still be asleep. I'm not sure. She was asleep when I left her. She'll probably wake up when she hears me talking. But she knows that I'm currently live. So we're just gonna have another chill hangout with us. See how that goes. The vibe is different when it's just me. But you all seem to enjoy the last round well enough. I'm also very tired. Deflex says I think I'm still asleep probably. I feel that. More pillows this morning. There should also be more pillows, so when Allison wakes up, expect more pillows being launched. I have a couple of things prepared, but they only work if Allison is here, so we're gonna do some different stuff. Oh, right. Actually, thanks, Backdoor. That's a good thing to start on. What the fuck happened with The Last of Us winning any kind of award? I saw that going on. Apparently, The Last of Us Season 2 won Best Adaptation at the Video Game Awards, which is like, Kate, how are you awake? What are you doing? Welcome. Thank you for being here. I love you. But also, how are you awake? Anyway, yeah, I don't... It barely means anything that The Last of Us 2 won Best Adaptation, because, like, they all suck, but ew. Like, what? If you all know how I feel about The Last of Us Season 2, and I kind of felt like everybody else was on that page. I've long understood that, like, industry-based award ceremonies actually involve the industry giving the award to themselves, basically. So it's not like a audience approved selection. It's the entire... I keep looking at myself instead of the camera. I need to fix that. Anyway, it's the entire it's like the Academy Awards, right? Like the Oscars are it's from the Film Academy, which is just a group of people that I think get let in at some point, and they're like film industry professionals. So they're a bunch of it's all white guys from the film industry who let each other into a secret club that gets to nominate and choose winners, I think, for the movie of the year. And so that's why everything goes the way it goes. People can just pay to get nominated and do, also, like if you make a movie about making movies, those usually do way better than anything else because that appeals to the people who are voting. I'm sure the exact same thing happens with the Game Awards. It's all just made up, self-congratulatory bullshit. I did see that Expedition 33 won a lot of stuff, which again is just like to me, it like even when things win, it's like, okay, well that was an accident. I mean, I'm glad that worked out the way that it would have if we had actually voted for it. But like that, like who cares? Even the winners, it barely matters. I'm glad they get to put the thing on the box. Astro Boy won last year, which was a game about games. I'm not remotely surprised that that's the case. I can't, I'm not sure, I don't know if there's like a legit award ceremony that is based on consumer opinion in any way, because it seems like that's the thing that would matter the most, is did people like your game or your movie. The best one, there were like, I don't know, there's lots of like television and movie award shows, and some of them are like the actors, at least run it and give themselves the awards, but it's all kind of inner circle stuff, so I just kind of stopped caring after a while. But it is still like, it's annoying that anybody is giving a pat on the back to The Last of Us Season 2. Neil quit the show. He knows it's bad. Like, it's not news. It's not like they're still pretending it's good either. If it was consumer opinion, only COD and FIFA would win. That's probably true. It probably would be skewed in a different direction. I am awake and upset about it. Welcome, Green Caps. What went to a Genshin Impact clone? There was an award that... They have one consumer vote audience voice. Wow. And that's the one that went to the Genshin Impact clone. Okay. That sounds about right. I just think award ceremonies are kind of meaningless if the system isn't like a meritocracy, Like if we're not actually judging anything off of quality in the first place, what's the point of awards? Like, it's not an art show, they're video games. Like, the things that get played are not like the masterpieces. It's the thing that you come home and put on again because you're trying to pass the time. My game of the year is Overwatch still. Like, I just play the same game over and over. Really thought Neil would have ended it all after Pedro Pascal asked him, "Do you really like making art?" Yeah, man, there's so many good. I love it when my point gets proven for me by the people I'm talking about. It always takes a little while, but eventually it does. We're watching the Big 25. What is the Big 25? Overwatch been having some issues too. If you're in the Overwatch subculture, which weirdly me and Allison are, I haven't been in like a video game inner circle in a long time, but it has become Overwatch. What's your favorite perk? It's Baptiste's double boost. Baptiste is my main in Overwatch, and that should just be built in as one of his basic moves, and I don't know why it's not. You have to play through each game to get to the point of being able to do the double boost. And it would just make him so much more maneuverable, and I would prefer that. But yeah, there's lots of fun drama in the Overwatch community too. All the character designs fucking suck now. They keep trying to do these skins They're doing like mythic skins for everything, and they look like trash. They're not even texturing them right. They just released like a whole Christmas pack, and you can compare because we have the old skins. We can look at them and just switch over to the new ones, and they just don't they don't even try anymore. There's no like the old ones. It was like, oh, you've actually textured this so that part looks like metal and that part looks like fabric, and like did some thought process into how would this be constructed and worn by a human being, and they just don't care anymore. The duology of woman, Kyle, I love being right. Sullivan and Allison, I hate being right. Jeffrey. Actually, I want to introduce a new theory that we came up with. I'm just dropping it for later. Remind us. Allison can help talk about it. But Allison came up with a brilliant idea that there's like, we've noticed multiple times. I'll get back to Overwatch. There's we've noticed multiple times the consistency of lesbian couples. They all kind of like, for a while we were like, are they all just kind of the same duplicated two people? And then my running theory was like, okay, so you either have complete opposites or you have twins. Those are the two options between lesbian couple possibilities. Allison upgraded this theory one more time, which is that every lesbian couple is actually just the same collection of traits, just divided between two people at random. So, but it's always the same collection of traits. And it has to be divided, including one of them, which is that one of them always wears the black nail polish and the other one doesn't. Things like that. Don't know why. It's just there's a limited pool and there's two people and they have to be divvied out between the two. Current lesbian system status will update if it changes. Anyway, I need to see. Somebody mentioned there were more Overwatch questions, which I didn't realize I was into, but now that you're asking. Sorry, I'm double checking. Another 50 skins to Kiriko. Allison started playing Kiriko recently, though, and even though they keep adding skins to Kiriko, they all have to be purchased. So even that sucks. Playing the game is still fun. Like, the base game is fun enough that I can just sit and play it over and over and over again, and it's great. It kind of gets fucked up when they introduce a new character, and then they fudge everything, and new people join on to play the character, and they're bad at the game, so we lose all the time. The textures look like they just slapped on procedural materials. They probably did. Because, yeah, there's so little effort put in. Occasionally you can see where like somebody really put in some work on the design, but they just start kind of looking like mobile game characters now because they're so flat. There's just no. They've switched to quantity rather than spending time on any specific things. They could be AI skins. I have no idea. What is your what's your baptism level? Assuming you meant Baptiste. I don't know. It's actually not impressively high, but I've switched accounts multiple times. It's only like 23 or something. But I'm pretty good. I'm definitely I'm good enough at it to be like tide turning in most casual matches. We don't do competitive much because Allison's been playing Overwatch for like 11 years now or something. Hers is ridiculous. So we can't do competitive because it's considered wide, because her levels are like huge, or way higher than mine. And so it takes forever to get into a match. Favorite skin is the bounty hunter one, which is my current one. I'm not going to play Marvel Rivals. Sorry. I know I can be Spider-Man, and I still don't want to play it, so take that to me. Overwatch is older than that. Overwatch started back in... I remember the beta being played by the Yogscast. It had to have been in like 2012. So it's a good 14 years old now. Thank you, Kate. Anyway, those are my Overwatch thoughts. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I left Overwatch after PvE was promised and canceled. Yeah, they've had a few really good ideas. Actually, they just fixed mystery heroes in the last update, and then they took it away. It was like a special, I don't know if it was for Halloween or something. It was like a special game mode that they added where mystery heroes was you still have to pick your role, and then you only switch when you kill someone, and I think if you die twice. And it's very simple change, worked so much better. I learned like half a dozen new characters just doing that. And then they changed it. Hi, Lucas. Do you think you're gonna play Deadlock? I don't know what Deadlock is. I'm honestly pretty I play Overwatch. I don't know what's going on in modern gaming. Hey, Yadological's here. They're the one that donated the 1,000 last time, and they still have their name stuck up there on the on the frame until they get dethroned. We've had 30. Oh yeah, it's by Valve. Well, yeah. Then yeah, I'm gonna play it. I play everything that Valve. If Valve does a thing, I participate. They've remained my favorite game company forever, and if they're releasing a game, then yeah. What was I gonna say? Something about the rewards, the stretch goal stuff. We've been working on figuring out like what to do for further stretch goals. We're closest to the 3,500, and for that one, I think we've decided that I'm going to learn and record and release in some form on some channel me doing the K-pop Demon Hunters idol dance, because I really want to anyway, and it just seemed like a fun way to like motivate me to learn it and to add an extra reward to this. So if you'd like to see that, donate to Jingle Jam. We are still raising money. We still have it for the next 3 days, and all proceeds go through Jingle Jam to War Child, which is a very legit good charity. It's one that Allison put a lot of research into picking out of the available options in Jingle Jam, which one that we were going to do. It spoke to both of us personally, and it goes directly toward helping children affected by the genocide in Gaza, among other similar issues. And it's most of the money goes directly to the people that need it as well, which is important to us. It doesn't get bogged down in like administration fees or go toward just setting up call centers or anything like that. And every 35 that you donate gets you a game pack from Jingle. Sorry, the first 35 that you donate. If you donate £35, you can get a Jingle Jam game pack. And also, Allison has to throw a pillow at my head. And currently, we have 7 of those built up. So, there was a good amount of donation. Yeah, the donations went up even when we weren't streaming, which is insane. Allison will have to get up to do the pillows. Yeah, I don't think Ash is gonna pull that off. I kind of expected Allison to pop in the chat, and now I'm thinking she's still asleep. we had a rough night for a variety of reasons. I might go poke her real quick just to see if she's okay. Maybe I'll just text her. I want her to sleep if she needs sleep. But hopefully, maybe she can join in the chat soon. Low-key expecting an Allison sneak attack. She could honestly just emerge from that door over there and just throw something at me. Playing a dangerous game. I'm just texting her a heart emoji. If she's awake enough, that will work, and if it doesn't, then then I'll leave her alone. Last night was... Is the sound issue fixing pot a cooking pot or a flower pot? It's a cooking pot. It's like a big That's what I boil my eggs in. It's like a giant soup pot, and it's literally just sitting on top of my computer. I'm gonna get a picture of it right now and then post it in the Discord afterwards so you can see what this looks like, because it's ridiculous. For some reason, among other things, last night, a construction project out our window decided to start doing things very loudly at 4:30 in the morning. In the middle of like a neighborhood. I have no idea why that was decided on a fucking Friday morning. But it woke us up, and then we were having a bunch of other problems too, because it's really cold and dry here. So yeah, that was Allison had trouble getting back to sleep, which means I had trouble getting back to sleep. Oh wait, no, sorry, we woke up the first time not because of the construction project, but because of me, and then the construction project happened. Often they aren't allowed to do things during traffic hours, but they shouldn't. It's literally, it definitely wasn't snow clearing, because we didn't have snow recently enough. There's a building they've been working on that way, outside the building, outside our building. And they've mostly been working during normal hours. I have no idea why they were doing that. Kyle is still my name, yes. I woke us up because I had another nightmare, which I guess to rewind that a little bit. It's been honestly a really annoying week. This is what happens actually when Allison isn't here, is it turns into Kyle gets real time. And goddamn, it is exhausting. Some of you might, I'm sure many of you can relate to this, but like trying to work on mental health stuff while also trying to maintain being a functional and productive adult for the sake of other adults in your life is so annoying. Like, I don't want to do it. It's annoying. I have other things to do, and it always like there's so much more of it than I ever thought there was, because I wasn't looking at it, because that's the defense, is to just not look at it. And then when you do look at it, you're like, oh no, that's way worse than I thought it was. And it starts, and then once you're paying attention to it, it suddenly feels like it gets so much worse, because now you're paying attention to it, and I'm trying to deal with that while doing all the other stuff and worrying about money and Christmas and the YouTube channel and all these things, and then on top of that but even trying to fit it all in, if I can't, it just starts coming out anyway. Anyway, I've had nightmares for the last several nights, which is not something that I usually do. I normally don't dream at all. I'm so good at ignoring all of my problems that my brain at some point just shut down at night, and I just don't dream. And now I'm starting to dream, and it's not fun, and I don't want to do it anymore. And yeah, that's been, anyway. I woke up from a dream loudly and woke both of us up, so that's why we woke up, and then there was construction, and then everything else happened, and now I'm thinking Allison is still asleep because she did not respond to my text, so I will get her at some point. She wants to see the videos that Backdoor did, or that other people did and Backdoor curated. I'm still not sure exactly what happened there. Thank you, Kate, for your understanding. I know you also have similar problems. I was actually just going to text you last night. I ended up passing out, thankfully. But at some point I was like, if I'm still awake, I'm just going to text Kate, because I bet she's still awake. Feels like targeted torture sometimes. Yeah, kind of. Because it is really just like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to specifically do the thing that is painful to me, so that it hopefully stops. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. So I just have to try and cross my fingers. Oh yeah, I went to, let's call it boarding school for a year to fix my mental health. Best decision ever. That sounds honestly kind of great. If everything else would just stop for a bit, but it can't. I already went through the everything stop phase. I have to do both at the same time. Jeez, Backdoor says I've gotten 4 hours of sleep the last 3 nights, worked a 35-hour job, I'm still getting yelled at about completing job applications. But honestly, these streams have kept me stable. I'm glad that I've been able to help, but also take, like, you know what happens at the end of that road better than anybody. You've been watching me this whole time, so you be careful. Like, figure out a way to give yourself a break, or that's not going to end well. I had to cancel a lot of stuff this month in an attempt at mental health, says DFlack. Totally get the dream thing. I figured you guys would get it. I appreciate it. Kate says I recently had my first nightmare that I audibly screamed awake from and felt horrible for scaring Thomas awake. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm surprised I have higher stats in you than that, because that's happened to me more times than I thought I would do that. 3 times in the last week alone. Backdoor has definitely earned all the naps and snacks. Backdoor, on top of all that, has been doing work for us and like managing this Jingle Jam stuff, because I would not have been able to do that otherwise. Setagen says we have something that's essentially half-day care for mental illness in Germany. I'm sure other places have it too. Probably, but not the United States. It's incredible to quickly get access to mental health professionals and education. Yeah, that sounds great. Honestly, we'd leave if it weren't for, like, being completely alone. It would just feel shitty to, like... We've talked about it extensively. Me and Allison have looked into wanting to move to other countries and stuff, and it's still not off the table entirely. But, like, we did the big move from Texas to New York. That did a lot of heavy lifting. And now we're establishing kind of more of a community here, and it would just suck to, like, uproot everything again and get even further away from everybody. Anyway, in spite of all that, I think I'm still like improving and things are going well. It's just the process of cleaning out the closet always involves everything coming out of the closet first, you know, and turning into a big mess across the entire floor. I'm in that stage, and everything still needs to be packed away and thrown out and stuff. So that's sort of how I view it, at least. It's not just like suddenly burgeoning up for no reason. I'm doing it very much on purpose. Brownie says I've been debating moving for job opportunities, but also not having anyone I know would suck. And yeah, that's a lot harder, even if you're kind of like not as social of a person and you're like, I can make it work. It weighs on you more than you think. And moving to another country where the whole culture is completely different, I'm sure makes that even harder. The problem with living in the city is that we're still alone because it's such flux that once you establish social contacts, you end up moving away. Yeah, I believe that. That sounds actually really hard in its own way. You put in all that work and then people, being in New York City, people must come in and out all the time. Hey, me and my sister as well. We just opened the closet doors yesterday and we're still sorting through all the stuff that fell out. I can't tell if you're talking about a literal closet or mental health, but either way, good luck. I have a single friend in Belgium who's trying to get me to move and be his roommate. That's not too bad. At least having somebody there to help you land sounds like it would help. But then yeah, it is just that one contact still. Not a literal closet, but thank you. checking the comments again. I always feel so much quieter when it's just me because I can't read the comments and respond at the same time. I am gonna have to go get Allison up soon. She's gonna be mad at me if I like go through the whole stream and she doesn't know because she wants to. I think she wants to join in later on. None says I have constant dreams. I'm in my hometown experiencing some horrible bullshit or what have you, and yet the thing causing me anxiety in my dream is fuck, I'm gonna miss work. I feel like I had those for a while. My whole dreaming is really, my dreaming thing is really weird because I used to dream as a kid, and then at some point it just stopped. And I don't know why. I don't know why a lot of things. I assume it's all kind of tied up because there's also weird memory gaps and stuff. But I assume, but yeah, at some point I just stopped dreaming, and started listening to podcasts every single night because I couldn't turn my brain off. It was like there was like stress and also falling asleep. I would like hear people calling my name, and so I had to like start listening to podcasts instead to kind of drown that out instead. My current fun ones have been someone's in the apartment. That's been the one, the recurring one this last week. Is that I think I'm awake and doing something normal, and then there's just like a guy in the apartment, and then I freak out, can't yell, try really hard to yell, and then end up screaming myself awake through the dream and then waking up Allison. So, the ghost is getting stressed. Shut the fuck up, back door. It's not helping. I apparently have weird fears about people coming into my house. I don't even know why. That does remind me of a story, though, where this actually happened. Like within the last year, which I will tell you about. But first, I do want to. I'm gonna go check on Allison really fast. Just remind her. I'm gonna make it pretty quick. None says I always assume Kyle left to New York to be a spider-themed superhero, and I'm disappointed by the news headlines every day. You're not being enough of a menace. I'm really not. I agree. I've been working on that, but I'm moving too slow as per usual. Most of my nightmares involve dinosaurs. That's pretty metal. I keep trying to sneak into Kyle's house, but she always notices me and starts screaming, and I swore she was asleep. Fuck you, Cass. It is a very tall person. Alright. Gonna check on Allison. One sec. And then I will tell you about the actual intruder that showed up in my house. Okay. She is still going to sleep. Backdoor, let me know if it's okay if I pull open your videos alone, or if you'd like me to hold off until Monday. Because we can do that. Or I'm still kind of thinking, since there's only like 2 days left, that maybe we'll do one extra stream on like Sunday. I don't have any other. It's just a vague notion in my head that maybe we'll do some like watching your own videos thing, so I could save it for that. Because Kate also was talking about doing one tomorrow, so that might happen. I don't know if Matt's planning on anything. But trying to fit in an extra one over the weekend would probably be good. I do have to write and film a video also. I have to edit a script and film a video. Anyway, what you been saying? All right, Kate is gonna stream tomorrow night. So tune in on Twitch for that. I'm gonna watch it. I loved the last stream. I would actually just watch your streams purely as a fan. I thought you were great. Let me catch up real fast. Actually, I'm not going to catch up real fast. If I miss something, please put it through again. It's fine either way for me. I did gather them for Jingle Jam specifically, but we have a couple people who may be turning them in late anyway. I'll hold off for now because it'll be more fun, I think, to react with Allison. And we'll try to do something over the weekend so that we're doing it during Jingle Jam still. And worst case, we'll get to it on Monday. But I'll wait on it for now. Simstream was a lot of fun. I thought it was hilarious. I think it's amazing that you made it me and Allison. Hell yeah. Anyway, so I have this weird fear that someone's gonna enter my home, I guess. I didn't know I had this fear until it started being a recurring theme. But I'm, for some reason, like, constantly worried that that's gonna happen. Weirdly, it feels better in an apartment because there's, like, other people around. I don't know. The weird sense is, like, the idea of living, like, out in the middle of nowhere terrifies me, because I'm still worried it's gonna happen. And I don't know why. I don't think about it. It's not rational. It's not logical. I'm just worried that I'm gonna pass out. I'm worried that if I go to sleep, things are gonna go terribly wrong, which is partially why I have trouble sleeping. It's because I actually just don't want to go to sleep. But this one time, it actually just happened. And I don't think it made it worse. If anything, it might have actually helped because it happened and then it turned out okay. But it actually just literally happened that I woke up and somebody was in my house. It was at my current apartment, and we had just come home from being out on a we were taking a trip, and we had just gotten back like late the night before, or early that morning, I guess even, and we had just gone to bed and passed out. Like, we didn't prepare anything. We just like crashed reasonably, and I was expecting to just sleep for however long I felt like sleeping, and then sometime around like 9 in the morning, I like slowly woke up and was hearing a sound, like this really loud whirring noise, and I was still kind of like, my eyes were closed, and I was thinking, oh, I don't know, Allison must be up doing something. And then like that actual like horror movie reveal style, I like turn over and open my eyes, and Allison's laying in bed next to me, still passed out. So then I sit up, and the bedroom door is closed, and there's like a really, really loud machine whirring happening outside the door. So I'm trying to figure out like what the hell it could possibly be. Sleep deprived and just waking up. My brain does not work well when I get up in the morning. So my first thought goes to, my computer is freaking the fuck out, because it's happened before where like my PC just, I don't know, glitches out and all the fans start spinning at top speed and it sounds like a jet engine is going off, and I just have to go restart it. So that's what I think is happening. That's what I'm like, oh, okay, that's happening for some reason. So I get up and I go and open the door, and I thankfully put a robe on because I didn't have anything else on, and I crack the door and I realize the sound's coming from the wrong direction, so it can't be my computer, and I step out into my house, and I look toward my bathroom, and there are just 3 men in the bathroom doing something. There's a laundry room in the bathroom, and so they've got some kind of machine going, and it was like the speed at which I had to process the situation was never again matched. I realized I recognized one of them as a maintenance guy from the building, and I didn't know the other 2 guys. And then it kind of clicked into place that at some point there had been an email about people going around and cleaning out dryer vents. But I didn't get any kind of call, any kind of notification that it was happening, like, that day. And I guess they knocked, but then just walked in. So I'm just... and they still haven't seen me. They're just facing the other direction doing this in the apartment. And I just clear my throat really loud, and they turn around, and I don't know what I looked like, but I must have scared the shit out of these guys because their expressions looked horrified. And the maintenance guy started apologizing profusely, and it was like it's 2 more minutes. They're finishing up really fast, and then it did not last 2 more minutes. They finished up and they got out like as fast as they possibly could. And I was so pissed off that had happened. And by that point, I think Allison had woken up. No idea where the cat was. Like, she was freaked out. And yeah, I was like shocked that they didn't. I think we ended up like contacting the building and being like, hey, this is like the email was not enough. Like, you have to send a text or something. This is not acceptable. But ultimately, I think it ended up being for the best because it was like because the thing happened. Like, it sucked because I woke up and there was somebody in my house, which is like the thing I'm afraid of, but then I scared them away. So I think that actually kind of helped calm that down until this week where now I'm having dreams that somebody's in my house again. So I guess it didn't stick that hard. Also, I have a pretty good relationship with that maintenance guy now. I think the fact that he fucked up made him start trying to like get back in my good graces anytime that we've seen each other. So we have a decent rapport now. Actually, that reminds me, I was going to get them Christmas presents. I need to write that down. Our maintenance team has generally been pretty cool. There was just that one time where they walked in to my apartment while I was trying to sleep. Anyway, that's the story. It sucked. Anxiety does have a way to circle back around every now and then. Yeah, because I don't actually know where it comes from. I don't know if it's probably some childhood thing that has nothing to do with an actual fear of somebody walking into my apartment. Thank God Kyle still has her VCR. Man, I wish. Sebastian has a similar story. One building I lived had fireproof front doors with a steel layer in the door and frame. A group of like 3 guys tried breaking into a neighbor with a crowbar and sledgehammer. So not really a similar story. It took them like 10 minutes to break through, at which point the cops arrived and they had to flee empty-handed. Incredible. It is definitely important that they came to clean out the dryer vents. We honestly have like really good building maintenance. They stay on top of everything. I just would have preferred to know that they were in the house. I could have gotten up, I could have put pants on or something and then gotten back to sleep. Instead, my adrenaline shot through the roof and I did not sleep that night. So, it's not always me not sleeping. Sometimes just the world decides I'm not fucking sleeping that night. Um. Now what? Now what do I say? I'm so bad at this. Tune into Kate's stream tomorrow. Kate's really good at streaming. She's very good at talking, and being entertaining on her own. It's not my forte. I do a little bit better, I think, sometimes if I'm doing like VFX work or something. But I definitely am better bouncing off of people. But I've now watched enough other streamers to know that what feels dull and like it's taking way too long probably isn't. Like, everything's probably moving faster than it is in your head. Matt says all the same things I do on stream, and I sit and watch Matt talk, so I must just be wrong. It must just be fine. It's just not being used to it and feeling awkward. Bartel says, my advice for dealing with those anxieties as someone who dealt with someone being in their home who shouldn't be is simply double check your doors are locked. It does help. For a while after that happened, I had one of those like add-a-lock things that you can like stick in the door to help keep it shut. Maybe I should start doing that at night again. Actually, that might help with the dreams. That's a good suggestion, Burnt L. Thank you. Kat says, Kyle, I consistently do not understand why people find me charming and fun on stream. You're doing a great job. Thank you. I recommend getting a battle axe. I wonder if that would help. I wonder if having a weapon nearby would actually like just subconsciously make it easier to sleep. You mentioned you don't know a lot of the new Yogs cast. What's the most recent Yogs casting you've watched? That's an interesting question. I'm not even sure when the last time I watched was. I've gone back and rewatched some things sometimes, like the Jaffa Factory series and like the stuff that I used to watch when I was watching. Recent stuff, I haven't even watched like the new. I've seen that they like did a sequel to like Diggy Diggy Hole and stuff. I haven't even caught up with that. The last time I was watching regularly was probably 2016. And then I met them, and then I'd won the game, so I didn't have to keep watching anymore. I went to England and filmed a video with Hat Films. The last Yogscast thing I watched was Hat Films in my video. That one's also fun. I don't know if anybody watches Hat Films, but they had this whole weird phase where they went and got orc masks made for themselves and then kept doing content where they dressed up as orcs and just did weird Hat Films humor as orcs. That's my fault. I caused that because we went to England and we filmed a video with them and Mark Humes, and that was the first time they put those orc masks on, which I think they used Mark's masks from LARPing stuff to be in our video. That's what they're wearing in the sketch, and then after that, they just kept making more videos with the orc masks. The Hat Film boys are orcs waiting for any excuse to release. Yeah, I mean, it always fit them. It was not like, I'm glad we helped them discover their identities as orcs. Maybe that's what I should do. Met Allison won the game. We'll stop showing up to streams. No, Ursa, we'll miss you so much. These streams are not for you to watch us. They're for us to watch you guys. There are a select number of people we show up to see here. And that is why we keep tuning in. What? Amun said, hi Fiona Kyle, and then YouTube doesn't let sluts through, and I'm not sure what you're referring to, but you're probably right. Good chatters are an invaluable commodity. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is still going because during COVID we started up doing these streams just to escape our house without actually being able to leave. And I've been waiting to restart this show since then. So I'm glad that we've gotten to finally do it. At some point I wanted to start, but I definitely was like, actually one of the first kind of, this is gonna surprise no one, but like there was a 4-day period of me accepting that I was going to have to transition, where I learned the issue and then tried to convince myself that that wasn't the problem for about 4 days straight. And during that, a few things kind of came to mind, and one of them was, okay, I have to do the most killer reveal possible on the channel, then I have to and so the whole Kyleverse thing happened in my head immediately. And then also one of the other things was, at some point I want to do Okay We're Up again, but I have to wait until I've already covered most of it, so it can just be me and Allison, lesbian couple on the show, in New York once we move there, and it worked. Here we are. Well, here I am. Allison's usually here, but that's the I'm living the dream. And basically everything came to me instantaneously. It's just taken me 2 years to put it all together. Everything that's happening right now was an idea 2 years ago. And here we are. Go back and rewatch the oldest Persona stream, and it's a Kyle jump scare, I swear to God. The Persona, that's not even that old. There was, I don't know if I could find it. I was going to pull open, like, there's an era of Door Monster videos that are definitely, like, a bit rough. I remember, when I think of, like, past me, who is, like, a different entity in some ways, previous regeneration, one of 3. Canonically, there have been 3. I'm not going to explain further. We'll get into that at some point. There's I picture, you know, the one with the short hair and like the one in all the sketches, but right before I started the transition, some of you may have heard the term twink death. I was definitely hitting that during that year with Matt, and it's a stark contrast if you go back and look at those videos. I was going to try to pull them up, but the computer is too far away and I don't have my keyboard, so I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe later. Can someone tell me what twink death is? It's when a twink goes bad, like a fruit. It's just a thing that happens. There's a few different options. There's a few different ways to handle it, right? Your average, I'd say your average option is like a British boy. You know what I mean? Like Ricky Gervais, actually. Just to bring it back around to Ricky Gervais. Go look up young Ricky Gervais. That's twink death. That's what happened. You look like that. You're an ageless fey creature until, you ain't twinking anymore. Until 30. And then it just changes. And either it just happens like the British way, where you're like, you're the British boy, and then you're the British man at the pub, and there's no telling what happens in between there. It just goes from one to the other. Or if you want to fight it, there's a few ways you can do it. One, you can get really buff, and some people do that. Looks like Thomas Sanders is heading that direction from what I've seen. 2, you can be in full-on denial mode, go John Mulaney, and decide to get jaw implants and marry Olivia Munn. Did not know Ricky Gervais looked like that. Yeah, he used to look like David Bowie. It's crazy. Third most effective way to escape twink death is transition into a woman, and then the estrogen keeps you looking, which is how I looked like I de-aged for a while. I was getting comments on videos that were like, how are you aging backwards? And I couldn't answer the question. But that's the secret. Checking chat again. Oh my god, he was such a pretty lad. I think Ricky Gervais wanted to be like a rock star first, from what I've heard. That was like his initial goal. And then I think he changed his mind early. Of course it was estrogen. I just put that together. Yeah, that's why, again, I want to pull open the picture Somebody screenshot it and send it to me on Discord. Like, go take a picture of me in Great British Bake Off or like one of the RimWorld videos from around that time or something. I can show you the right before point. And like, it was gonna keep going that direction if I had not intervened. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure we were aging backwards before that. I definitely was holding out for a while. COVID hit it. COVID hit pretty hard. Goes bad like a fruit is certainly a way to put it. I'm only saying it because it was happening to me too. I don't actually mean it as like a slight on people. It's just, some people coast. Some guys coast specifically off of like just looking 16 throughout their entire 20s, and then they hit 30 and start aging, and then they don't know what to do. Because we never learned what to do. I wasn't doing a skincare routine or anything at that point. Look up J. Schlott to understand twink death. I'm not sure. I don't know that one. I'm going to have to look that up. Glad everyone is so entertained by this. Did we get... I think Backdoor posted something. I said someone. Obviously, I meant... Ooh, that's a good pick. Yeesh. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. No, that's the wrong screen. Shit, one sec. This is gonna work. I got this. Display capture. That's the one. Properties. And switch monitor. There he is. Definitely leaned into it for this role, but it's a good it's a good representation. Sometimes I wonder if I actually look that different, and then I can go look at these videos and be reminded. To be fair, Schlott did it on purpose, basically twink murder. I need to know who this guy is now. It looks like school teacher Kyle. This is also my first iteration of long hair, which was not working out quite as well as I wanted it to. Do it right. Wait, do what right now on stream? Anyway, that was the transition. That was the transition from that to this. Oh, look up Schlott. I can't do it like on the stream though, and I don't want to sit and do it on my phone. I trust you. I'll have to look it up afterwards. I think I'm coming up to like the end anyway. Probably should go ahead and start getting some push the buttons. The video was great. I loved that video. I still love that video. I go back and rewatch it all the time. I killed that part. And I wish that mattered, but it doesn't, because Thomas and Allison were in that one, completely stealing the show. They were amazing. Thomas playing Paul Hollywood is one of my favorite roles in any Door Monster video, I think. Sebastian says I was one of those guys that looked 16 for most of my 20s, then COVID hit the world the exact month I turned 30. I've just not recovered since. I feel that. It's hard even because I don't even think it's fair, because it's just about like, I think just like care standards and stuff, and you just don't know. It's like it's when you do like a when you age. I used to describe it as aging like a sim, where you just like look the same age for like 10 years and then just suddenly you're the next one. And now it's like, well, I don't even know how to address this version of me. I don't know how to like do the hair. Like, this is a whole new thing. I was used to the last version and now I have to learn this new thing. Backdoor sent a second one and I can't tell if he wants me to show it because I can't read because the screen's too far away. This one is also, this one is actually like in the middle. This was right smack dab in the middle of the process, and it definitely looks. You can tell how it reversed a bit. Mark Zuckerberg, Kyle. Yeah. Really was giving that there. Person Merson says it's men's beauty standards and lack of care meeting with the cold reality of your metabolism slowing down. It really is. It's kind of crazy. Like the men's beauty standards thing, like all the resources exist. You're just told not to use them. Like if I were to be a man again and I were comfortable with it, I at the very least would be doing it better now that I've learned everything. Like there's so much you can do. Using mostly the same tools that women use, like you're allowed to use makeup and skincare and get cool haircuts and like style yourself, and it's not only not taught, but it is specifically discouraged in almost every situation by anybody. I think this is also why like men balding is like such a thing, because there's ways to fix it, but then it's like this weird unspoken thing of like, well, we just don't. Like, you don't... If you do, you're feminine and gay and care too much about your appearance, because I'm not gonna... Because, like, the ones that don't want to put in the effort make the rules, I guess, at the end of the day, and shame everybody who tries to be better. So... Yeah, it's just kind of built in. Like, built into... the expectations of being a man is like, you're not not just that you don't know to take care of yourself, but it's like you are not going to take care of yourself, or you're going to make all of us somehow look weaker or have to do more work. Anyway, ignore them. Do what you want. Make yourself look nice and pretty. You can do that. It's okay. It might be harder to find, like everyone knows a woman, so you can just ask a... Sorry, I lost your thing. You can just ask a woman how to woman, but for men you have to find someone who cares. That is true. You know what, the way you do it though? You ask women still. They know the answers about how to dress up and look like a man, and you're going to be doing it, if you're into women, to appeal to them, which is better. You don't need to... Why appeal to the men, to the gross men that don't keep themselves clean. Just listen to the women. Know the answers. They got it. Allison can tell you how to dress and look pretty as a guy too. She knows all of it. I've harassed my friend with makeup a few times. Good. Need more of that. All right, I think I'm going to close it down. Anybody wants to submit, push the button. Go ahead and shoot those through. Thank you to everybody who's been watching on Twitch. I've seen a few of you talking in chat, and I hope I've responded to you enough. I think it's just been... I've only been responding to Wee Brownies. We will be back maybe sometime over the weekend. You did not miss the videos, Mefek. I did not watch them. Allison isn't here. I'm holding on to them, and I'm thinking about doing something on Sunday as like the last day of Jingle Jam sort of thing. Maybe we'll just like... casually watch some Door Monster videos, and also we can put those up. So keep an eye out for that. I will announce that early Sunday. And then tomorrow night, be sure to tune in on Twitch specifically to see Kate's Sims stream. We'll be posting links to that as well. Push the button. You look pretty for the first 1/4 of your life, but then deal with a fictional ugly curse. No, I think I specifically pushed the opposite button of that, didn't I? Push the button, host a week of streams alone, but you and Allison both have perfect night's sleep the whole time. Yeah, I would do that. That would probably refresh. Allison will get good sleep. I won't, because I'm getting up to do the show. I guess I could do it later in this scenario. Man, if I could just like pause time every night and just sleep as long as I wanted, and then get up still at 8 a.m. It'd be great. I could rule the world. So knowing that I can't do both of those things. Push the button, you get a clicky button. I like that. I want a clicky button. I've been trying to think of a good fidget to carry around that doesn't look like a child's toy, and I don't know what it should be. I should have asked that earlier, because you probably have suggestions. Anyway, I'm gonna go make sure Allison's good. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed hanging out with just me. And feel free to continue to donate to the Jingle Jam through us. Even if we're not streaming, the pillows will happen. It will all build up, and anything that gets achieved will still go through. We have a Matt AMA that's been queued, and also a secret guest quest revival episode that we tried to do that's going to get edited together and released publicly from the donations so far. And the next milestone is me doing the K-pop Demon Hunters idol dance that I'm going to learn, and Allison's going to shoot me doing, and we're going to release that somewhere. So continue to donate if you'd like to see that. We hit that at the 3,500 pound mark. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you over the weekend. Have a good day. Goodbye.